We are ready as well, and I would like to invite Henrique Cezar. And ready, set, go.
So the same molecule, made of the same atoms, might have these atoms put in different places, forming a molecular configuration. This molecular configuration is important because it can change the properties of the molecule. To give an example, think about the prion diseases. The medical disease, a prion disease, is not caused by a virus or a bacteria. Instead, it is caused by a protein that already exists in the cow's brain, which is able to change its configuration into another one and replicate this configuration to other similar proteins, acting like a kind of infectious disease. But diseases apart, the problem of finding the molecular structure is important in physics, chemistry, biology, pharmacology, medicine, and what I'm trying to do is to develop a computational method to find these structures. Mathematically speaking, the problem of finding the structures is the problem of finding the minimums in a potential energy surface. To make an analogy and make it more clear, think about the problem of exploring the valleys in a mountain range. One approach that we could take is the Indiana Jones approach. Grab our gear and go for a hike and exploration. What we would probably find is, depending on how high the mountains are, it might be quite challenging to climb them and get to the valleys. Well, this kind of approach is what people do nowadays with a method called molecular dynamics, which sometimes has a better time trying to overcome the energy barriers. So what if, instead of taking this approach, I grab a helicopter and a group of parachutists? I could randomly drop all these parachutists all over the place of the mountain range, where some of them would land on the top of the hills, while others would land at the bottom of the valleys. Later, I could ask those people, where did you land? So, in a new set of trial jumps, I could drop people only around the area that I want to explore, the valleys. What I'm doing in my PhD thesis is to develop a bias Monte Carlo method, a method that is kind of similar to the second approach I just talked about. I'm doing this by breaking the molecule into smaller parts and by connecting all those parts together, forming a new configuration, and accepting or rejecting these configurations based on some mathematical criteria. What I want to have in the end is a method that is, at least in some cases, faster and more efficient than the standard molecular dynamics. So, in the end, we can make sampling great again. Thank you.